What is your name?
My name is Rachel Warwick.
How many years have you been teaching at Carnegie?
I've been here, this is my second year.
So what do you teach?
I teach social studies electives. So this year I'm teaching mock trial. So I have a mock trial competition team. And I'm teaching youth and law and also a class on the Old West.
So what do you do in those classes?
Well, our mock trial competition team, these are students who did it last year too, who did youth and law last year. And they applied to be on the team. And in December, we're going to go to a competition in Durham where we're going to be competing against other schools in the mock trial. So we're making a fake trial. They get to be the lawyers and all of that. So we're working on that trial right now. In youth and law, we're kind of doing the same thing, but it's the beginning part of mock trials. So they are learning about the criminal justice system and what crimes are and what happens when you commit a crime. And then we will do a mock trial at the end of the quarter. And in Old West, we do a little bit of everything, learning about the time from 1800 to 1900 when we're still developing the Old West. So we learn about the gold rush and outlaws and cowboys and everything that's happening out there.
So what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I play soccer. I'm a coach too, and then I play soccer in Apex. And I go to a pop-up chorus. So once a week I get together in Durham and we sing songs. We learn them. So I'm not a very good singer, but it's fun to do that. I also like to read a lot and I knit.
So do you help with any after-school activities?
Well, like I said, I'm the soccer coach, so I do that. And that pretty much takes up my fall and spring. So those are the after-school activities I do.
So what inspired you to teach?
I think I always wanted to be a teacher. Both of my parents are teachers, and so all my family is too. So I just come from a long line of that. But I feel like it's what I was meant to do. So I like working with the students and inspiring them to go on and do the things that they love to do.
So what is one fun fact about you?
Well, I lived for 2 years in Africa. Before I came here, I was a teacher in Namibia. So a fun fact about me is that I can speak Oshiwambo, which is a Bantu language that they speak in Namibia and that I spoke in my village.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So, what is your name?
My name is Jan Carla Steger Johnston.
Okay, so how many years have you taught at Carnegie?
14.
What do you teach?
I teach honors chorus, women's ensemble, concert chorus, beginning chorus, and vocal exploration. I do not teach music exploration.
So, where did you get your teaching degree from?
State University, New York at Fredonia in 1974.
What was their mascot?
What was their mascot? It was blue. It was a devil. Yeah.
The Blue Devils, just
the
like
Blue
Duke.
Devil. Actually, kind of like Ligon was the little Blue Devils.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know. Hey, because I also taught there, too.
So, what inspired you to teach?
My mother,
So, why did she inspire you to do that?
because she was a music teacher and she wanted me to be a music teacher, too.
Okay. So, how long have you been teaching?
If you count the time that I taught in New York State, this would be my 37th year of teaching.
Awesome. So, how long have you... I already asked you that.
Yeah, you did.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies, horseback riding and reading. And that's also on that sign outside in front of my door.
That's true, it is.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
outside the majority of the
So
teachers'
why don't you
store.
ask me how many horses I have?
How many horses do you have?
6.
6. What are their names?
Their names are High Sea Soul, Don Giovanni, Snuffleupagus, Merlin's Magic, Red Hawk's Cochise, and Little Bit.
Okay. So, besides Carnage and Ligon, Did you teach at any other schools?
Athens Drive for 5 years, that was high school, and East Millbrook Magnet Middle School, where it wasn't when it was an international baccalaureate.
So where are you from?
I am from Dunkirk, New York, by way of New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Figure that one out.
So what's a fun fact about you?
A fun fact about me, I'm crazier than a bed bug.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Claudia. What's your name?
Hello, Claudia. I am Miss St. Juliana.
So, how many years have you been teaching at Carnage?
This is my first year teaching at Carnage, and so far so good. It's been a big change, and so a lot had to be flexible, but I am loving it.
Had you been teaching at another school other than Carnage?
I did. So this is my 4th year teaching. I've been so for 3 years, I taught in Granville County Schools. It is in North Carolina. It's a really rural district. So when I was driving to school every day, I would drive past the cornfields and the cotton fields and out there in the farms. And sometimes I would get stuck behind tractors driving to work for the past 3 years. So I don't have that problem anymore.
So, what do you teach?
I teach 6th grade social studies. The class, social studies was actually my least favorite class when I was your age. But now so it's important to me to try and make it fun for you kids, and now it's my favorite subject to teach. I can't imagine teaching anything different.
So, where did you get your teaching degree from?
I have 2 college degrees, and so initially I have a business degree from Ball State in Indiana. And I did business for a number of years. I was a salesperson. I sold construction products. So when you're looking at a building being built, some of the things that look like the skeleton, the metal skeleton, I sold that stuff. I knew nothing about construction, but figured it out and did that for a while and was successful at it. But there was just always something in my heart that I missed teaching. I had, kind of growing up, I liked to play school with my brothers and do that. So well, I should try this teaching thing. Let me pursue that. And so I went back about 5 years ago to NC State and got my master's degree to teach school. So my teaching degree is from NC State here locally. Go Wolfpack.
So, what inspired you to teach?
It's been a lifelong passion. So I mentioned that I enjoyed playing school growing up with my brothers and trying to boss them around and be the teacher. So I don't know if it was more the bossing around or actually teaching them something that I liked better. But as I did it, I just felt like I was naturally something that I liked doing. I felt like I was helping them. I remember making them on the floor count money, and I felt like I taught them how to count money before the rest of their class did. So I just remember the nice feeling that I felt after helping kids, just even from a young age. And so during middle school and high school, I always joined classes or opportunities where I could tutor other students. In high school, I volunteered at the homeless center in the children's room to kind of play and teach the children. And I tutored in high school. And so I always kept it as a volunteer option. And I just had such a nice feeling from helping students. And then in college, I began substitute teaching, which you all know kind of how you behave with substitutes sometimes when the teacher's away. And so it was challenging, but I still enjoyed it. So it was just always a natural calling, something that I felt good about doing, something that I felt successful at, just kind of naturally good at, that I didn't have to work really, really hard to do. So,
What are some of your hobbies?
some of my hobbies. So now, when I was your age, I liked to do cheerleading and dance, and I liked sports, but I always went to really big schools where you had to be the best of the best to get on to make the team. And so as a result, I didn't play a lot of sports, but I like to go and watch them. I like to watch the football and the basketball games, and so I still am a big sports fan. So on Saturdays, I'm watching college football all day. I love to, we've talked about Athens and Sparta and the finer things in life. I am kind of more of an Athens girl. I like to shop, and I like to and just kind of do that kind of stuff. And I love to travel. I love being in North Carolina and the fact that we've got the beach and the mountains so close. So when I have a free weekend, I am trying to get to the beach.
Cool. So where are you from?
I am from Indiana, so it is, do you know what part of the country? And so I'm putting you on the spot. So thinking about Indiana, you think the west side, the middle, or our east side, our east coast? What are you going with?
The middle?
You are right. Good job. Ooh. And yeah, well, we've got the North Carolina map. Do we have the world map? So, yeah, Indiana is kind of smack dab in the middle of the country, but it's more in the, like, as far as the central region, and then it's in the northern part of that. So we get, right now, I think there's over a foot of snow there, and it's really cold. There's a lot of cornfields, and so it's kind of not a whole lot to do, but I have, all my family is still there.
Cool. So what is one fun fact about you?
One fun fact about me. I would say probably that I'm the only girl in a family of 4 boys, and each of my parents are one of 7 kids. So I am used to just a really noisy, talkative Italian household all the time. I can't imagine like a quiet Christmas or even a quiet dinner. I never got any time to myself. I grew up in a pretty small house with all those people. So big family.
So thank you for your time.
But thank you guys. I was so excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Aditi and I'm here with Mr. Pellis today. So, what is your job here at Carnage?
I'm the band director here at Carnage. I teach 6 class bands. We have a percussion ensemble, intermediate band, beginning band, concert band, symphonic band, and jazz band.
Okay, so how long have you been teaching this job?
I've been here at this school for 5 years. I started teaching and being a band director in 2001, and I did that, and I did general music whenever I was first hired.
Oh, that's cool. What caused you to teach music or band?
I love it. I like making music, whether it's teaching music or playing my own instrument, which is saxophone. I like being in ensembles. I like the emotions that you can convey through music. It's an outlet like none other, and I just really enjoy music.
How is music important to you?
It's my life. If I'm not teaching it, I'm listening to it. I like all types, so I'm not just listening or teaching band music all day. I like to listen to just about everything, and I don't want it to be quiet. I want music to be on while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and so it needs to be a part of my life.
Yeah, it helps a lot of people focus. So is there like a specific person who inspired you or?
There are actually 3. My chorus teacher in high school, my band director in high school, both of them, my chorus teacher actually taught me private lessons also on saxophone, and my band director, and they were both directors of our marching band, and both of them inspired me a great deal. They helped instill a lot of values that being in a marching band or in a band setting can provide, and they also just helped teach us good music and how to make good music, and it's not just notes on the page, but it's so much more, and so I have a lot to owe to those guys. And then my college band director, who I picked my college because of him. I was in an honor band when I was a junior in high school, and he was the clinician, and I knew that I wanted to learn more from him, and so I made sure I was able to get to his university and got to learn with him for 4 years.
Wow, that's cool. So what is your favorite part of teaching music?
I like making music. I like the challenge that you get teaching middle school, because you start with beginners that start with knowing nothing, including how to even put the instrument together, and you end in 2 to 3 years being able to play some really significant pieces of music, and everything in between. It just runs the whole spectrum, and I really enjoy being able to do that here.
That's nice. I learned a lot from you too this year. So, is there like your favorite band group or like singer or something?
My favorite, I have a couple of favorites. Always on my iPod are Dave Matthews Band. I'm a big fan of Guster. If anybody knows who Guster is,
No clue.
you get extra points. They're actually coming to Raleigh in April, and I'm hoping to get tickets and go. And so those are kind of my big guys, and I also really enjoy Ben Folds, who's actually a Chapel Hill guy.
I didn't know any of these people, but yeah.
If they watch the sing-off, they know Ben Folds.
Okay. And last but most important question, third period is your favorite, right?
All of my classes are my favorite.
If you say so.
I love all of my classes for different reasons. Third period's her class.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.